Hi everyone, I'm Ben.
I'm Mark.
And we're GrizzlyForged. We are recent graduates of the University of Illinois with BFAs in industrial design, and we are passionate about gaming and also bringing people together for positive and meaningful interactions.
So when we talk about gaming, typically in our culture we would think of video game. But the problem with video gaming is that it's very polarizing. The market that video games go after is typically very small. The kind of person they're trying to reach doesn't reach all the kinds. It can be a very isolating experience. We've seen a lot of games go online and cut couch co-op, and so it's not necessarily for everyone. And so we believe that board games are great because they can be a more meaningful, a more personal interaction. But the problem with board games is, when I mention board games, a lot of you are thinking of that thing right there, which is Monopoly. And I don't know about you, but when I play Monopoly, I'm not smiling like that lady. I look more like that little kid with his cheeks puffed out, just staring into the void. It's not a pleasant experience for me. And so games, typically the classic ones were very stale, and that was what we were used to for a long time. But about 20 years ago, a little game called Settlers of Catan entered the market and shook things up. It allowed for a lot of publishers to come into the space and change kind of people's expectations of games and what games could be about. And it's almost become its own art form, designing the experience and the product itself. And unlike video games where you expect a very big day one launch with sales through the roof and then just peters out afterwards, board games kind of have an opposite effect. They kind of snowball. So you sell a little bit one year and then a little more the next year. And then we've seen just an increase in game sales over the last 4 years, and it seems to be this rising trend of sales.
So where do we fit in? Our product, Sabatile, is a game that challenges the traditional roll the dice mechanics that the more popular ones seem to be. Rather, we have that element to our game, but we also incorporate a deeper level of strategy in which people can actually influence the board and thereby affect the entire direction of the game they're in. While developing skills like memory and reading and projecting body language, every time you play Sabatile is going to be a different, entertaining, and engaging one.
And so for us as a company, we've been trying to develop our product. We've been trying to finalize art. We've been meeting with manufacturing. There's a company called Alliance Games that we've been meeting with that is the largest distributor in the US, and so we're hopefully going to be partnering with them. And just trying to get everything prepared and finalized for our Kickstarter launch.
So since 2009, which is when Kickstarter launched or started, in the 6 years, according to them, have seen $196 million in pledges go towards board game projects, 95% of which have gone on to successfully fund a finished, complete game. Whereas with the video game sector, we are looking at $179 million and only funding 85%. So the numbers tell us that we are in a modern board game renaissance, and we at GrizzlyForged really want to be a part of it. So we welcome you guys to join us with open paws. Thank you very much, and we'll be happy to answer any questions you have. Thank you.